Hello, and welcome to Three Blind Mice Window Coverings. Today we're going to be talking about the Hunter Douglas Vignette Modern Room and Shade. What we're going to look at today is the different styles that are available currently. The first thing I'd like to show is the more traditional one that's been out for quite a while. It's the standard headrail cassette system. This particular model is what's called a tailored. It's a flat fold instead of your Roman waterfall fold. It has the retractable ultra glide system, and where you pull the cord down and the shade rises. The cord retracts back into the headrail and allows you to operate the shade in both directions. The next option that we have, this goes to what their new style is called a tiered system. Here, instead of retracting completely into the headrail, you've got a much smaller compact headrail. This particular model is motorized, but as you can see, instead of rolling into the headrail, this one does a more traditional fold and goes up to the top of the shade, creating the stacking. The next thing we have is taking the same system of the vignette to keep the coordination as putting it in a vertical application. Here you can see that the vignette has its folds and goes to the side. This is a great application for either sliding glass doors or room dividers. Very easy to operate. You can stop it anywhere you want. There are no cords, no wands, nothing to get caught or tangled, and very easy for everyone to use. You can cover very large windows and effectively block out light. Another option we have here is in the same type of tiered system with instead of the flat folds, you have the waterfall or teardrop folds. This particular one also has the ultra glide system, as where you can lower the shade down by releasing the clutch, top down, bottom up, retract the cord to bring it back up, and same thing on the other side. Again, notice that this has the folds that go up. And again, easy retractable cord ultra glide system allows you to control the shade with just a touch of your fingers. The next one we have is a newer style here that is the same tiered system but with a LiteRise. This is a cord-free operation where you just raise and lower the shade at any level that you want. Great child safety feature, very clean look, and very simple to operate. And continuing with the Roman Shade series, what we've got here is the Design Studio Roman Shade from Hunter Douglas. Some great features with this type of Roman shade, and they've gone back to the traditional style where as you raise the shade, it folds up underneath. So now they've got a nice decorative headrail that covers up the fabric when it's up. It's got a cord lock system that releases. Some really nice features with this is that the shade can go very, very wide with no seams. This is all hand done with the seams that are hitting. You don't see any stitching in the front. It can be lined, double lined. It can also have a street lining instead of a little white or off-white. Decorative trims available, pull cords. Another one down here with this, you have the flat fold here, you all have the hobbled fold here. With this system here, we have the LiteRise, where you can raise the shade with the clutch system that's operated. Here you can see it folds up, has a nice standard traditional Roman fold. On the back side of this, there's some really nice features available. As you can see, this one here, we've got a white lining. Now you can do a room darkening, you can do a privacy. This also has a double lining, and the fabric itself, if you can see from the edge here, is lined and then has a line on the back of this. Some of the new features out there is what's called the child safety features. With this particular style here, you've got these rings that are tied in here, and it has a separate cord that's very difficult to see, but it stops anything from getting their head caught inside there. It's a limiting for child safety. It's a new feature that's on all Roman shades. Another type of Roman style shade is what's called the Hunter Douglas Pirouette window shade. This particular product, as you can see, looks very similar to a Roman shade, except it has a very beautiful feature of being able to open the vanes. So on a typical Roman shade, it's an all or none principle. When the shade comes down, you can't see through it. Here you have the ability to increase and decrease the folds to allow you a view. This particular model here is the new petite fold. Has a smaller fold if you look next to the large fold next to it. Again, this has the retractable ultra glide system where the fabric rolls right up into the cassette headrail system and completely disappears into fabric covered cassette. Very easy to operate, very simple. The other option you have here is a larger scale. You can see this very well. This one here is a PowerRise system. And again, same generic principle in that you can open this up and you basically get like 3 shades in one. You have your standard Roman shade. You have the ability to open it up and have a sheer view, and it rolls up into a cassette. So it's a very Very elegant, very nice system to use, and it looks great. It works very well. As you can see, very large window, rolls up nice and slick, and even as much fabric as this is, it'll roll completely up into the cassette. Compare that to a standard Roman shade that you would do with this. You'd have a bunch of weight pull cords, and you'd have a huge amount of stacking when it goes all the way up. Again, this is the Pirouette from Hunter Douglas. Has a great deal of fabric options to choose from. It comes in both a privacy shade and a room darkening shade. And the nice thing about the room darkening shade is you have, again, the ability to adjust the vanes to control the light and your privacy at the same time. And again, just to show you when this rolls down here, we can go ahead and adjust your vanes. So again, different styles of Roman shades that are available. If you'd like more information, please contact us at www.3blindmiceusa.com, or you can call us at 1-800-828-2003. This is another great new product that's out right now. This is the Hunter Douglas Silhouette with LiteRise. Now again, LiteRise is a cord-free option, no control cords. What you have here is a simple pull handle. All you do is pull the shade out a little bit from the window. You can tilt the vanes and then easily raise the shade. It's that simple. You can bring it down to any point that you want in your privacy mode. When you get to the bottom of the window, again, you tilt the handle and you can control your vanes. And you set the window shade back into the window. A great thing about this, again, no cords, child safety. One thing you do have to be careful with in any cord-free LiteRise system is the ability to reach the top of the window. If your window is higher than your arm's reach, you're going to have a hard time doing it. Another thing to consider with LiteRise is that if you have shoulder problems, again, lifting up over your head every time to try and operate the shade can be challenging for some people. Another consideration with LiteRise is if you have any type of handles or cranks as you come down, you have to be very careful with those when operating these type of shades. But other than that, it's a great new option available. Looks clean, very easy to use. Similar type thing in the bottom here is you can have the same idea of having cord-free, we just have a motorized system. This is the PowerRise, Hunter Douglas PowerRise system. The nice option with this, again, as you can see, I can control the vanes very easy with the press of a button. I can also raise the shade completely up into the headrail with the second tap of the remote. It goes all the way up. As you can hear how quiet this motor is. The other thing is this can also be battery operated or plug-in system. Has a great battery life, very simple to use, and the homeowner can change the batteries themselves just by changing out the AA batteries. What we have here is the Hunter Douglas Skyline system. With this system here, it's a panel track system, and we have it on a roller shades screening fabric. As you can see here, we cover very large windows, and what you have is a stacking system that overlaps compared to a standard style panel track system where the more panels you have, the thicker the headrail is. This has the same size headrail no matter how many panels it has. Here you can see that the panels grab each other as they pull across the shade and give a nice, smooth, even show. Very nice option, a lot of fabric. Again, you have a fabric covered cassette to conceal the headrail, and simple system. It's also attached down at the bottom. It keeps the shade moving much easier and also looks nicer if you have any wind or breeze in the window. On this side where we have is what's a woven wood vertical drapery. Here, this is actually a woven wood material that has been put on a track system across the top. Very easy to operate. Again, you just have a standard pull cord on the side, traversing cord, and it allows the fabric to slide back and forth and has a nice drapery look stacked to the side. Advantage of this system is that you get the look of a drapery with the fabric of a woven wood. Nice thing about it is you can also get complementary fabric with this in a horizontal position to match. So if you have your sliding glass door and a kitchen window next to it, you can have the exact same fabric match. So it has the same, again, style and look of a drapery, but with a woven wood fabric. You can get these lined and unlined. You can get room darkening. A lot of different options available with this. But it's a very nice, people like to have this as a much nicer option than your standard vertical shades on a sliding glass door. Another option for a sliding glass door is what we have is the Hunter Douglas Luminette. Now, a really nice feature about this is that you have that, again, that drapery look. But it's a sheer drapery that you can see through. And with this, it allows you to operate the shade and tilt the vanes. So you can control your privacy and light just like you would with a vertical, except you don't have the look of a vertical, you have the look of a drapery. So it's a simple wand control to tilt the veins in either direction, and also a cord system to traverse the fabric. So again, you can slide it back and forth in both directions, just like you would a standard vertical, except that you have a much nicer fabric. You can also see here we have a nice decorative Manhattan headrail system that sits above it. You can motorize this. You can also use a wand control to go in both directions. Here we have another Luminette product. This one is the modern drapery style on a Manhattan headrail. What you've got here is a nice drapery look again with the Luminette fabric, but you don't have the individual veins that you can control. So it's more traditional style drapery system. Again, you have a pull cord to operate the shade that you can just traverse the fabric itself. Very easy to operate, can come in very large panels. What you can also see here, this is a nice Manhattan headrail. It comes in a few different colors and options available. You have the wand and cord behind the shade itself. Another option that you have is on the back of it, you have a liner and an end liner that you can put on the fabric. You can get this in a room darkening and a light filtering privacy fabric. Again, very easy to operate, a lot of great options available. Again, it's a Luminette by Hunter Douglas with a modern drapery fabric.